For nearly 100 years, the Chicago District Golf Association has stood for excellence in this extraordinary game of golf. Now the CDGA's magazine comes to life on TV. Chicago District Golfer celebrates the traditions of the past while connecting with the present. It's a golf show that is sure to inform and to have a little fun along the way. For what's important in Chicago golf, it's Chicago District Golfer TV.
On this special holiday edition, we air it out at the White Pines Golf Dome. A few of the best players in the world show us some cool new irons. We head out west for the picturesque golf of Mesquite, Nevada. Chicagoland's Tour Edge has an innovative club that's already a winner. Time to get our setup balanced at the Atletico Golf Performance Center. We'll see why virtual golf simulators have become more realistic than ever. And we visit a perfect wintertime 19th hole. Hello, I'm Jill Carlson and welcome to a very special holiday edition of Chicago District Golfer. Have you ever wondered what it takes to inflate one of those colossal golf domes? We've been curious ourselves, so let's head over to the White Pines Golf Course for the epic raising of its seasonal dome. The dome is comprised of many diverse elements, but there are three in particular that need to be addressed on day one. First, there's the more than 4 miles of bundled aircraft cable. It's heavy enough that forklifts have to place them in strategic locations around the perimeter. Second, there are approximately 600 anchoring bolts. They're spaced 2 feet apart. Last and certainly not least is the skin of the dome itself. It's so large, it comes in 5 separate pieces.
It weighs 100,000 pounds. 100,000 pounds when you're pulling and tugging is a lot of weight, and most of it is done by hand. So we have about 50 people out here, each taking a little section of the dome, pulling and tugging until it gets in place. This year it took us about 7 days before we were ready to put it up.
The process ideally takes 3 to 4 days, but Mother Nature takes the air out of that bubble, forcing the uninflated dome to sit idle for 3 long days.
We won't inflate the dome when the winds are higher than 8-10 miles an hour. When it gets to 12, 15, 20 miles an hour, conceivably it could damage the dome, and you might risk a little bit of injury to even a person if they're standing on the dome.
You want a calm day. It's a big balloon. Once it's inflated, it's solid. And the aircraft cable holds it down. Again, the air holds it up, so now you can make it pretty sturdy, pretty rigid. But while it's going up, if a gust of wind comes up and hits this end, it could blow the whole thing the other direction. You got guys working inside, you got guys standing working on the cables outside. That could be dangerous for those guys.
The weather eventually cooperates and the time comes to put some air into this big balloon. This is just one of 4 fans used to inflate the dome. The process can take up to 8 hours, and there's a lot of work that must take place within that time frame, especially the first few hours. Because the dome is only partially inflated, the ceiling is low to the ground and thus very accessible. This is the time to put up the hitting targets. Since they'll eventually hang 100 feet in the air, it's important to attach and align them now.
We want to make sure that the targets hang at a perfect angle so they're nice and flat and even and geometrically in perfect shape. So if they're not quite where we like them, we'll take it down and try to get it exactly where it needs to go. Yeah, you know what, guys, let's, yeah, we want it a little bit further to the right, don't we? Wow. Let's take it down.
The time-lapsed footage here clearly shows the inflating and deflating taking place in order to make all those adjustments. 8 hours after the fans are turned on, the dome finally reaches full inflation. There's still more to do, though, before the doors open to the public.
We still have to clean it up and paint and power wash and do all that kind of stuff. When it's ready to go and the people start coming in here, this dome looks incredibly good.
You can tee it high and let it fly at any of the area's golf domes. The Bensenville landmarks open every day from 7 a.m. to 11 p.m. Let's now head over to the Atletico Golf Performance Center and get some fitness tips for the winter ahead.
Hi, this is Jeremy Smith coming to you from Atletico in Oak Brook at the Golf Performance Center. Today we're going to talk about a few things that you can do over the winter as it gets cold in order to maintain your golf fitness and stability throughout the body. One of the most common injuries found in golfers is back pain. So an interesting exercise that you can do at home with just a stability ball is called a Swiss ball bridge. So what you're going to do is you're going to grab a ball, you're going to lay on your back, feet on the ball, lift up in the air, maintaining everything nice and straight. Try not to let the ball fall out from underneath your feet. Okay, you're going to do 2 sets of 10 and maintain that stability that goes on in the spine. This is Jeremy from Atletico. I hope this fitness tip helps you over the winter.
After this short break, we'll catch up with the illustrious Jack Nicklaus and take a gander at some innovative golf clubs that would look nice under any tree.
You're a complicated, diverse creature. A fine mix of debonair and adrenaline, battle scars and good jokes. With an exceptionally smooth taste, only 95 calories and 2.6 carbs, Michelob Ultra is the superior light beer, perfect for every side of you.
MB Financial Bank was recently rated best in class by its clients, as reported by an independent research firm, for respect, trust, and fairness. Be treated better. MB Financial Bank. MB means business.
At the foothills of Black Mountain near the Boulders thrives one of North Scottsdale, Arizona's premier private golf clubs. Terra Vida Golf Club, ranked #1 by AZ Best Of for the last 6 straight years, is member-owned and operated and boasts competitive pricing, financial strength, and a warm, welcoming atmosphere. With 2 practice facilities, tournaments, mixers, and an environment friendly to both men and women, there's a reason Terra Vida's members say, "This is my kind of club."
And we're talking about big cities. And to me, I've always said that Chicago, to me, was, of all the big cities in the United States, if I had to go to a big city to live, that's where I would come. You know, if Columbus is not big enough. Columbus was big enough for me, but that's all right. And maybe too big. But anyway, I've always liked Chicago. I've always enjoyed it.
Jack, you are always welcome here in the Windy City. By the way, the Golden Bear's in town for the Evans Scholars Foundation dinner, helping raise more than $900,000. Well, perhaps someone's been very good this year and is getting a set of irons this holiday season. Well, we're here to help. Conway Farms is the backdrop for a major manufacturer unveiling during the BMW Championship. TaylorMade's exclusive event at the PGA Tour's FedEx Cup Playoff showcases a set of irons that might fit your game. A few of the best players on the planet sample the new Speed Blade irons, which feature a speed pocket in the sole of the 3 through 7 irons.
It's basically a slot that goes through the bottom of the sole and creates more flex in the face. More flex gets more rebound, which gets more speed. So it's a distance iron, but it's one that has a lot of consistency. It has a big sweet spot.
It's longer, but it's consistently long. So it's not, it doesn't just go further when you hit them good. It goes further when you miss them too. So, that's a really big thing, for us. When you get consistently longer and consistently, the same height shots and shape, we're going to get better.
The clubs are an enhanced version of last year's Rocket Balls irons. The technology gives the club face more flex at impact, which in turn launches the ball higher and faster for pros and amateurs alike.
I think that TaylorMade really pushed the envelope because nobody really had made any difference or any changes on the irons for us more than anything, and for the amateurs, and to be able to come out with a speed pocket and make the irons still perform as well or better and be more forgiving than they ever were.
I know that if any amateur can gain a club distance more, hitting a 7-iron instead of a 6-iron, they're going to be happy. And they make the clubs. It's our job to go out and play them. I know it's very easy for us to get into them and play them because they're very consistent. But you know, it's there for the amateurs, and I know that it's going to make put a smile on their face, definitely.
Usually, new product launches happen at the beginning of the year. It's interesting that TaylorMade is getting the club into the hands of the consumer right before the holidays.
Well, this is the perfect time for irons, because irons, people take longer to consider them. So by the time the season starts for 2014, they will have read up on it, they will have tested it, and they'll have the opportunity to buy it. People don't change their irons for every 4.9 years, and the irons have changed so dramatically in those years that people have to try this. And this fall, they'll get a chance to read up on it and try it out for the new season.
And right here in Chicago, distance is the name of the game. At Tour Edge Golf, debuting this fall is the adjustable Exotics XCG7 driver. It comes in two styles, one for normal swing speeds and a beta version, which is compatible with higher swing speeds.
What's great about this product is it suits more player groups than we have in the past. So we've got kind of two models. One's a more shallow face design, and one's a more deep face design. So the shallower face being easier to hit for the average player, and the deeper face stuff is stronger and lower spin for the harder hitting amateur.
The Exotics fairway woods have been very popular ever since the line was introduced in 2006. The innovative CB Pro has a very unique sole that probably hasn't been seen before, yet looks traditional at a dress.
The CB Pro is kind of actually like a retro, smaller headed fairway wood with a titanium face, but has a really cool sole design which really flows through the rough or tight lies with ease. We call it our slipstream sole. And what that does is it moves just as fast when it hits the ground as if it didn't hit the ground. It skids along the turf at an amazing pace. So on a little bit of heavy hit or out of the light rough, it really flows through the hitting area. So you really don't lose any speed at impact.
While most big manufacturers are based in Carlsbad, California, it's nice to see this Batavia company not only survive, but thrive right here in Illinois.
I love being from the Midwest. It's a great background. It's a great place to live here in Chicagoland. It's so friendly and such a great city. And the other thing I like about it is we're not amongst everybody in Carlsbad, California. So we can kind of work on our own and kind of be under the radar, if you will. And so it's kind of fun for us here at Tour Edge.
And Tour Edge's new CB Pro 3-wood has already found the winner's circle at the recent PGA Tour's McLadrey Classic. It's time for a quick break now. When we return, we'll take you to a winter golf destination that epitomizes the wild, wild west.
Are you ready to go? How's the hip?
I think you know that we have to take this one plant at a time. It's really the only way that Eunice Feldman knows how to garden. We have got a lot of great bulbs, strong perennials. I am looking forward to a great season and can't wait to get back out onto the field. So thank you and good night.
Keep your game in shape all year long at the White Pines Golf Dome. A top 10 nationally ranked dome, it's the best place in Chicago to work on your game with some of Illinois' top teaching professionals. From the entertaining golf simulator to the realistic target greens to the challenging putting green and suspended hitting targets. The White Pines Golf Dome is conveniently located in Bensonville and is open daily from 7 a.m. to 11 p.m. Come on in. The weather is always perfect.
Hello, my name is John Platt. I'm the Director of Golf Instruction here at Mistwood Golf Performance Center located in Romanville, Illinois. It's the winter time. Many of you put your clubs away. If you really want to improve your game, you really want to change your golf swing, this is when you have to work on your game. Okay, you can find somewhere anywhere in the winter place. There's a lot of places where you can kind of do this at. All right, what I want you to do, and what I see what happens too much often is I see guys, people take their club way back too far, come back, and has a lot of hand action. They hit it real high, hit fat shots, thin shots. If you want to improve your golf game, what you have to do is you have to get more forward lean in your swing. The way you're going to do this is you have to work on short punch shots. Back, you can even stop, rotate, and stop coming through. Look how my left hand stayed flat like that. Watch that again. Go back, stay centered, I'm just a little bit past waist high, turn my body back through. I didn't swing my hands at the golf ball. What I want to do, and you can kind of work, don't worry about it. The ball doesn't move. You can watch your club go back. I'm in good position here. Rotate my body right through, and you can see everything staying flat, club face is staying square. If you work on this, spend the time, you'll become a much better play when you get out there in April and May.
Thanks, John. A winter golf getaway is a must if you live in the Midwest. Have you ever heard of Mesquite, Nevada? Just an hour north of Las Vegas, you'll find a cavalcade of courses strewn across the wild, rugged landscape. Dave Lockhart has the adventure.
The first stop on our journey is Coyote Springs Golf Club. Situated halfway between Vegas and Mesquite, you'll encounter plenty of challenges on this Jack Nicklaus signature layout. With numerous bunkers and lakes that come into play, it's easy to see why experts say it could be the Golden Bear's finest design. The area is just an ideal spot for a golf buddy trip, and in Mesquite you can kick back and relax at one of the many fine hotels, which usually have attached casinos.
Right behind me, the amazing Wolf Creek Golf Club, ranked number 2 in the state of Nevada, and just one of the amazing 7 courses that you will find here in Mesquite.
Another cool course is Conestoga Golf Club. Here, pristine conditioning is the norm on this fun shotmaker's design, where it sometimes feels like you're having an out-of-the-world experience.
The best description would be lunar, would be the key word. We're in a desert, but there's no vegetation. So as you can see behind me with the flat-top mesa of Mesquite, there's absolutely no vegetation on the quote surface, and the golf courses are all built with the elevation changes in mind.
The serious golf starts right away at Conestoga with holes 2 through 6. These holes are not only memorable, but dramatic and tough, and definitely make you want to come back.
We get a lot of repeat play. It's truly a golf course where you got to play it twice. Elevation changes, the wind will pick up, club selection is always in question, always in doubt, and 2 through 6 is a stretch of holes where you say, I should have done this, I should have done that, and a lot of our players come in and say, I want one more time at it.
Falcon Ridge Golf Club epitomizes the term Wild Wild West. Set up on a high mesa, this enjoyable course has a plethora of spectacular views and challenges. It's the kind of course where you better fasten your seatbelt.
It's got some great views, some of the best views you'll find on a golf course. Lots of elevation changes and lots of more of a target type golf course, I would say. It's, you know, it's just a fun mix of holes, I think. It's just up and down, around mountains, down. I mean, you just kind of wind through some pretty cool scenery.
Another entertaining track is the Palmer course at the Oasis Golf Club, designed by the legendary Arnold Palmer. This is one of the more reasonably priced layouts in town. The 36-hole facility features beautiful and challenging topography. Just up the road a half hour is St. George, Utah, and one of the best in Utah is Coral Canyon. The course boasts a slightly different terrain with unique red sand bunkers and numerous dramatic backdrops.
Every time you play, you have the course plays a little different, so it's never boring. You can come out here and play the course. They keep it in reasonably good condition, weather related otherwise. Don't have many rain days where I don't get to play, so pretty much can play the year round.
It's a great golf course. It's a golf course where you're going to hit pretty much all the clubs in your bag. I've got some great scenery, great weather. As you can see today, we're in the middle of November, and it's just beautiful out here. And that's it. I mean, you're in some of the most natural, the setting is some of the most natural beauty that you'll find with Zion National Park just down the road, and you can actually see some of Zion's from the golf course.
And yes, a can't miss in St. George's Zion National Park. There's a picture postcard everywhere you turn, and one of the most amazing parts of our country. It's truly a perfect way to end a perfect trip.
One of the terrific things about Mesquite is the proximity to its 7 courses. The entire town is a mere 6 miles long, meaning your hotel is less than 10 minutes away from any course. Coming up next, we'll get a taste of one of the best wintertime 19th holes in Chicago. Stay with us.
MB Financial Bank was rated best in class by its clients as reported by an independent research firm for innovative solutions, prompt follow-up, and advocating for clients. Be treated better. MB Financial Bank. MB means business.
Keep your game in shape all year long at the White Pines Golf Dome, a top 10 nationally ranked dome. It's the best place in Chicago to work on your game with some of Illinois' top teaching professionals. From the entertaining golf simulator to the realistic target greens to the challenging putting green and suspended hitting targets. The White Pines Golf Dome is conveniently located in Bensonville and is open daily from 7 a.m. to 11 p.m. Come on in. The weather is always perfect.
Hi, this is Jeremy Smith coming to you from Atletico in Oak Brook at our Golf Performance Center. Today we're going to talk about posture and the importance of maintaining that neutral spine in order to prevent injuries in the future. So one of the most common things that I see is that forward flex posture, which you can see kind of comes forward because everything that we do on a day-to-day basis is in front of us, whether it be a cell phone or a laptop or a tablet. All those things are in front of us, and sometimes we just forget to kind of stand up in those shoulders. So one of the things I tell people is grab a driver or a dowel rod, and you're going to go in front of a mirror. You're going to put that behind your back. You're going to look into the mirror, get into your golf posture, and make sure that your spine is straight up and down. By maintaining a straight up and down spine, it can help decrease injury and actually increase the power that you get. In order to prevent this motion here, we take this back behind, into the posture, so that way we set up straight up and down to prevent injuries for the future. I hope this tip is beneficial for you in your golf game, and if not, contact us at atletico.com.
That's some great advice from our friends at Atletico. You know, golf simulators have come a long way thanks to technological advances. These high-tech machines come in quite handy for club manufacturers and are highly entertaining for golfers looking to play in inclement weather.
One such facility where you can enjoy some virtual golf is Score 18 in Naperville. This facility features 6 hitting bays on the Pro T United simulator.
A great environment. The biggest compliment we get is how much fun the machine is and how our facility looks.
I started Score 18 last year. Came out with a group of friends. We used to come out once a week, and then I got addicted, and I started coming out 2 or 3 times a week. So I've played a lot of rounds here. It's been a lot of fun.
There are 94 different courses that you can play here, including an array of well-known layouts, as well as equally interesting and fun fictitious courses. There's also a productive driving range setting which proves to be ideal for instruction.
It gives you an opportunity to use modern technology. People like that, they're into it. And in effect, every time somebody hits a golf ball, you're getting like a computer readout of what happened. So you get to marry together my experience in my eye, what I see the student doing, with what the computer readout gives us, you know, trajectory and line, etc. And the combination of the two is really helpful both to the student, so they know what's going on, as well as to me.
And at Tour Edge Golf, they carry the Full Swing Simulator. This handy piece of technology proves to be pivotal for club fitting as it analyzes club speed, launch angle, and swing path.
For club fitting, it's vital, to be honest, because this provides the information, as I mentioned, that you need, that a professional needs to properly fit every golfer.
Simulators can certainly help ease the pain of the winter golf blues. Plus, these state-of-the-art machines are also a key component in the making and the designing of golf clubs.
All this new technology with the Full Swing Simulator really can show us how the ball reacts and the ball flights and spin rates and trajectories, and not to mention distance and left or right. So when we see all that, we can really design a better golf club, and that's been kind of the evolution of golf club design here in the modern era.
At Score 18, you can satisfy your appetite with a variety of food and your favorite beverage of choice. You are sure to have an enjoyable time playing, as this is as close to real golf as you will get.
It's always a blast. This is why we golf. Because we have great friendships, we have a great time, and we get to do what we love with people we like being with.
There are so many benefits to having a virtual indoor simulator, not to mention there's no rain, wind, sleet, or snow. Another great place to take pleasure in the game and so much more is McHugh's Sports Bar and Dome in Bolingbrook. Let's take a look at this revitalized winter playground and its terrific 19th hole.
Chicago's best 19th holes is presented by Michelob Ultra.
The 60,000 square foot McHugh's Sports Dome is a one-stop indoor golf and sporting world shop. Formerly the Ditka Dome, this structure has been revitalized with facelifts given to its fully heated golf dome, Club Hawthorne off-track betting room, and sports bar featuring 24 flat-screen TVs.
McHugh's offers just about everything. It has an OTB, it has a dome, 40 hitting stations, short game area, sand bunker, great teaching, and then you can come to the sports bar where you can watch any game on television. The food is fabulous.
The staff are very, very friendly, and the food. So I think the staff is the most. They're very friendly. Sometimes I'll just stop by myself for a beer on the way home and kind of know everybody here.
Yes, the food menu is full of sumptuous delights fit for any palate. And whatever you choose can be washed down by any one of the numerous selections of ice-cold beers or McHugh's signature Bloody Mary, complete with shrimp. You don't even have to stop hitting balls since all of these tasty delights can be served right to you in the dome.
The barbecue is our signature. We have a beautiful brisket sandwich that is just amazing. Barbecue ribs, pulled pork, pulled chicken. Once in a while the chef will even do some like smoked tomato soup or smoked tomato salsa. Really loves to work with the smoker, and food is excellent.
This is the first full year of McHugh's Sports Bar and Dome. A great deal of work and money's been put into making this facility clean, comfortable, and golf-friendly. It's a terrific 19th hole for the wintertime.
It's a friendly place, it's really clean, it's close by where I live, and it's got a really nice range. I typically don't like hitting off mats, but I really like the mats here. There's no other place to go where it's freezing cold or windy or just a drab Saturday or Sunday when you can get all this activity.
There's a lot of fun going on at McHugh's, and it's an ideal place to practice your game in the off-season. Remember to stay in touch with us and the CDGA at cdga.org, and we hope you'll be with us next year as the CDGA celebrates its 100th anniversary. It's quite a milestone. Thanks so much for watching Chicago District Golfer. From our family to yours, have a wonderful holiday season.
If you're a golfer, then the Chicago District Golf Association has something for you. The CDGA is home to a state-of-the-art golf handicapping service, which allows golfers of all skill levels to compete on a level playing field. The CDGA sponsors and conducts more than 50 championships for amateurs, high and low handicappers, juniors, seniors, men and women. The CDGA is a leader in charitable causes that brings the game to those with special needs. The CDGA is truly for everyone who plays the game. Visit cdga.org for membership information and more.